Hello guys, this is What About Nintendo. Today I'm here with another tech video. In this video, I'll be going over the changes in GPU prices, which one's the most, the biggest difference, which one is still worth the most money versus power, all kinds of different things like that. For all you tech gurus and PC gamers, you're definitely going to want to check out this video. But before we get into that, make sure you get in that giveaway. Link down in the description below, because I'll be giving away 4 awesome prizes and donating $25 to the charity of my choice if we reach 1,000 subscribers before February 20th of this year. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe and get in on that giveaway. But let's continue on with this video. So guys, of course, recently there's been a kind of a GPUmageddon and a RAM-mageddon, although we're kind of going over GPUs today, but it's been kind of crazy for anybody who wants to, make a gaming PC. Luckily, I built this bad boy before all this crap went down. Got me a GTX 1060 6GB, which isn't the best graphics card, but it's still pretty good. I enjoy it. Play some 1440p 60 FPS games. Pretty good. But lately, they've just been skyrocketing in price. I mean, it's just been insane how much these things have gone up. So, I decided to make a list. Now, these are Nvidia graphics card, because I don't really know much about AMD, but if you want me to do an AMD list as well, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do my research there, because let it be known, I always do research. I did several hours research for this before I came up with these numbers, so I always get well informed. But if you want me to do the research for AMDs, let me know down in the comments below. But I've compiled a list from the GTX 1050 all the way down to the GTX 1080 Ti. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 graphics cards that we'll be going over. So let's get right on into it, because I don't want this video to be a million years long. So the GTX 1050, MSRP is $150, but I was looking around the web, and generally the average price I found is $200 for this specific GPU, which means they raised in price $50 or 25%, which actually, as you're going to see, is not that bad. 25% is actually really, really low on the scale of percentage of how much this raised, but still, that's not good. That is a quarter more of the price that you're going to have to pay for this GPU. It is a 1.8 teraflops GPU, which, given all the price points and different things, at its current price of $200, that is $111 per teraflop of power. Next up is the GTX 1050 Ti, which is $140 MSRP, actually lower than the GTX 1050. It came out much later, and that's why. But I'm seeing these things for $250, which means it's a $110 difference, or a raise of 44%. That's almost 50% raise in price there. It's 2.1 teraflops, which makes it $119 per teraflop, excuse me. GTX 1063 GB, $250 MSRP, but it now is $400, which means it raised $150 in price, or 47.5%. It's 3.9 teraflops, which gives it $102 per teraflop, which is actually really, really low on that scale. GTX 1066 GB, $300 MSRP, $460 is the average price that I found for it, which means it raised $160. And you're going to keep seeing this trend of graphics card. For the most part, the more powerful the graphics card is, the more the price is raised. So it gets worse as we go up here. It is 47%. It's 4.4 teraflops, so $104 per teraflop value there. GTX 1070 was $450 MSRP, but is now $750, which means it raised $300, which is a 40% increase. It is 6.5 teraflops, so $115 per teraflop. The GTX 1070 Ti was $600 MSRP. It's now $850, so $250 increase, which is actually pretty good for that price range, considering the one before it and the one after it are $300 increases, so not too bad there. This is actually one of the lowest percentage raised at 29.5%. This is an 8.1 teraflop GPU, which means the value per teraflop is $104. The GTX 1080, $600 MSRP, same as this 1070 Ti, but it is $900 now, which is a $300 increase, or 33%. It's exactly 9 teraflops, which is at $100 per teraflop. GTX 1080 Ti, $700, but it is raised to a whopping $1,150, which is a $450 increase, the highest amount of money increased, but the percentage is actually relatively low at 39%. This is 11.3 teraflops, which is $101 per teraflop. So just kind of ran through that very quickly there. Hopefully you guys got that information. But let's go back over and see which one is the best value in all of these departments. So first off, obviously the GTX 1050 is the best as far as amount of money increased. It is the lowest amount increased with only $50. And the highest one is the GTX 1080 Ti with $450. It is also the least amount of percentage increase with the 1050 at 25%, and the most percentage raise is actually the GTX 1063GB at 47.5%. The one with the best value per teraflop is actually surprisingly the GTX 1080 at only $100 per teraflop. Very cheap there. And the most expensive one is something I did not expect, and that is the GTX 1050 Ti, which is $119 per teraflop. Which is very interesting because before it used to be that the lower price ones actually had the better value per teraflop, but with this increase in price, it is very interesting to find that the tables have been flipped, and it's actually better to get a price per teraflop is going to be better with the more expensive GPUs. However, those GPUs are the ones that have been increased in price the most. It's very, very odd here. I found these numbers very, very odd, but I did double check and triple check them, so they are sound. I used all kinds of different mathematical equations to get this information. So some very, very interesting price points here. So at this point, I really don't know what to recommend for you guys. Like, it's hard to say. If you want the one that's been increased the most or the least, go with the GTX 1050. If you want the one that's the best price per teraflop, go with the GTX 1080. Or the GTX 1080 Ti, which is just $1 more per teraflop, and you're getting a lot more power there. But, of course, it's a lot more expensive as well, so very, very interesting. At this point, I'd probably say don't buy a GPU and wait, because I'm sure the prices will go down. But if you absolutely need one, maybe you're a Bitcoin miner, screw you if you are, then I don't know. Get the one with the best power per teraflops, which is the GTX 1080. Anyways, guys, all for this video. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this Monday through Friday and occasionally Saturdays as well. And let me know down in the comments below what you thought of the different findings in this video. Also, make sure to get in that giveaway down in the description below. And check out my merchandise from my Etsy store, also down in the description below, where I sell all kinds of cool What About Nintendo merchandise. And make sure to hit that like button again. I really want to see those likes go up, because the more likes we get, the easier it is for people to find this video and get some help on buying some graphics cards. But I'll see all you guys later on What About Nintendo. Bye!